Hey everyone, let me tell you something that's making me feel like I've time traveled back to 1995, except this time, it's 2026 and we're talking about a sequel to Clueless. Think about that for a second. A show that was already a cultural phenomenon, a film that defined a generation of teen slang and fashion, and now? It's getting a reboot. But not just any reboot, this is a sequel series that picks up 30 years later. And guess who's back? The OG queen of Beverly Hills herself, Alicia Silverstone as Cher Horowitz. But here's the kicker, this time, she's not just a high schooler. She's a mom. And that's where things get wildly interesting. Let's unpack this. First off, the idea of Cher as a parent? It's a masterstroke. The original movie was all about her learning to navigate high school, but now she's the one trying to figure out her daughter's teenage years. That's not just a plot twist, it's a metaphor for how parenting is like being clueless again, but with way more responsibilities. What makes this really interesting is how it mirrors real-life generational shifts. We've all seen parents try to relate to their kids' world, right? But here, it's Cher, who once thought breast was a verb, now grappling with TikTok, AI homework, and the existential dread of college applications. It's a hilarious yet poignant commentary on how the clueless feeling never truly goes away, it just evolves. Now, let's talk about the people behind this. Amy Heckerling, the original director, and Robert Lawrence, the original producer, are back as exec producers. That's not just nostalgia, it's a guarantee that the spirit of the original won't be diluted. But here's what people don't realize, this isn't just a cash grab. The original Clueless was a satire of wealth and privilege, but this sequel has the potential to be a deeper dive into how those dynamics change over time. Will Cher's success in business clash with her daughter's activism? Will her parenting style be a mix of 90s excess and modern mindfulness? These aren't just plot points, they're social experiments in a single family. And honestly, that's the kind of storytelling that could resonate way beyond the Gen X crowd who grew up with this movie. Another thing that immediately stands out is the timing. We're in an era where reboots and sequels are everywhere, but this feels different. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about relevance. The original Clueless was a window into the excesses of the 90s, but this sequel is happening in 2027. Imagine the contrast between Cher's 90s-era wealth and the current economic climate. Will she be a capitalist icon or a cautionary tale? And what about the setting? Beverly Hills in 2027? Will it be a tech utopia, a climate disaster zone, or something in between? These aren't just questions for the writers, they're opportunities to explore how the world has changed, and how Cher's character has changed with it. Personally, I think this is a golden opportunity to take the Clueless brand in a bold new direction. The original was a comedy, but this sequel could lean into drama, satire, or even sci-fi elements. Imagine Cher's daughter being a climate activist, or her husband being a crypto billionaire. The possibilities are endless. But what this really suggests is that the creators aren't just trying to cash in, they're trying to create something that feels fresh, even if it's rooted in the past. And if they pull it off? This could be the next Friends or Sex and the City, a show that becomes a cultural touchstone for a new generation. So, what do you think? Should we be excited, skeptical, or somewhere in between? Let me know in the comments. And if you're anything like me, you're already wondering what Cher's daughter's name will be. Spoiler, it probably rhymes with Clueless.